Have you ever watched someone you love slowly start to struggle with things that used to be easy? Like standing up from a chair, carrying a grocery bag that used to be no big deal, or even just walking from one end of the house to the other without feeling tired? Maybe it's your mom, your dad, your spouse, or maybe it's starting to happen to you. And at first you brush it off. You say, "I'm just tired today," or "It's probably just the weather," or "I'll feel better tomorrow." But the truth is, you don't. And day by day, week by week, it gets a little harder, a little slower, a little weaker. And before you even realize it, you start needing help. To get out of the tub, to climb the stairs, to stand at the stove and cook your favorite meal. Now here's the thing no one talks about. This doesn't just happen overnight. It creeps in, quietly, slowly, like a thief in the dark. And most people don't even notice it until it's already taken hold. But what if I told you there are 4 simple foods you might already have in your kitchen that could help slow that down? That could help you or your loved one hold on to your strength, your independence, your dignity. This isn't some fancy diet. It's not about supplements or hard-to-follow routines. It's about understanding what your body really needs, especially as you age, and making a few powerful changes that can truly make a difference. In this video, I'm going to walk you through those 4 essential foods that could mean the difference between staying strong and quietly wasting away. You'll learn why these foods matter, how they work inside the body, and what most people completely misunderstand when it comes to senior muscle health. So, if you're serious about keeping yourself, or someone you care about, strong and steady for the years ahead, comment the word strength below to let me know you're here and ready to learn. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and join our family here at Elderly Words, where we talk about real struggles, real solutions, and real love for our aging community. All right, let's get into it. Let's dive into the 4 foods that could quietly be the difference between staying strong or slowly fading without anyone realizing why. Food 1, protein-rich eggs. Picture Martha. She's 78. Used to wake up early, cook breakfast, hum old tunes in the kitchen, but lately, she skips meals, says she's not hungry. Her daughter assumes it's nothing serious. Then one morning, Martha tries to get out of her recliner and just can't. Her legs tremble. She panics. Her daughter realizes this isn't about hunger, it's weakness. And it crept in quietly. See, once we hit 40, we start losing muscle, about 8% every decade. After 70, it speeds up even more. And the key to slowing that down is protein. Eggs are a powerhouse. They're packed with high-quality protein and essential amino acids, the building blocks your body needs to keep muscle tissue strong, especially in seniors whose bodies don't absorb or use protein as efficiently anymore. But here's the problem. A lot of older adults grew up hearing eggs were bad for cholesterol. That fear stuck around. But newer research? It shows that moderate egg intake doesn't harm heart health for most people. And in fact, it supports metabolism, muscle repair, and energy. So if your loved one skips breakfast or struggles to chew, offer them something simple. Scrambled eggs with soft veggies, a warm egg sandwich, something small but powerful. Because when the body doesn't get enough protein, it doesn't just lose weight, it loses strength. But protein isn't the full picture. Food 2, leafy greens. Frank used to work on cars. Big hands, strong arms. The kind of guy who could lift an engine part without breaking a sweat. Now retired, he doesn't touch salads. Never liked them. But one night, he slips in the bathroom. X-rays show not just brittle bones, but poor muscle response. The doctor says, "Frank, you're low on magnesium." Leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, arugula aren't just rabbit food. They're full of magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that literally tell your muscles when to move and how to move. They help with balance, coordination, preventing cramps, even mood. Most seniors don't get enough because, let's be honest, raw salad isn't very appealing when your teeth or appetite aren't what they used to be. And caregivers? They often think a daily multivitamin covers it. But here's the truth. Your body absorbs nutrients from food way better than pills, especially when it comes wrapped in fiber and natural enzymes. So make it easier. Add a handful of spinach to a fruit smoothie. Toss chopped kale into a warm soup. You won't even taste it, but your muscles will feel it. And if you're thinking muscles only need protein, wait until you hear about the creamy treat that helps with strength and stability. Food 3. Greek yogurt. Linda's 82. Never had much of a sweet tooth, always said no thanks to dessert, but her caregiver tried something simple, a small bowl of Greek yogurt with soft berries each evening. After a few weeks, Linda's posture improved. She stood more steadily, walked without wobbling. Greek yogurt is more than a snack. It's packed with protein, yes, but it also gives calcium for bones and probiotics for gut health, which plays a bigger role in nutrient absorption than most people realize. And here's the surprise. Good digestion helps your body use nutrients efficiently, which means stronger muscles, better energy, less bloating, and a clearer mind too. But many seniors avoid dairy. They remember getting stomach aches. That's why Greek yogurt is such a great choice. It's lower in lactose, easier to digest, and still full of the nutrients the body needs. Go for the plain, full-fat kind. It's richer, satisfying, and has less sugar. Add mashed banana, soft pears, even a spoonful of applesauce. It's a small dish with a big impact. And now, the one food group that's been unfairly blamed for weight gain, but is absolutely essential for aging muscles to function at all. Food 4. Complex carbs, quinoa, oats, sweet potatoes. James used to run marathons. Now, walking to the mailbox wipes him out. His son figures, well, that's just getting older. But when they talk to a nutritionist, they find out something surprising. James wasn't eating enough carbohydrates. He had protein, some veggies, but barely any energy fuel. His muscles were starving for fuel to function. Here's the truth. Protein rebuilds muscle, but it needs energy to do that job. Without complex carbs, your body can't process protein properly. That means fatigue, muscle wasting, and weakness creep in, even if you're eating healthy. Quinoa, oats, sweet potatoes, they don't spike your blood sugar like white bread or sugary snacks. They provide slow-burning energy your body can use throughout the day. They help regulate insulin, support brain function, and most importantly, keep you moving. The misconception: many older adults were taught to fear carbs, but they were never the enemy. It's about quality, not quantity. Try warm oatmeal in the morning, topped with cinnamon or soft fruit. Serve mashed sweet potatoes with dinner, gentle on the stomach, comforting, and packed with vitamins. Because sometimes, strength starts with energy. Now that you know the 4 powerful foods, eggs, leafy greens, Greek yogurt, and complex carbs, what does this really mean for your loved ones? Let's go deeper. Because this isn't just about food. It's about freedom, dignity, and peace of mind. Watching someone you love grow weaker. It's one of the hardest things a person can go through. That moment when your mother grips your arm just to stand. When your father, once full of pride and independence, struggles to lift his coffee mug. When laughter fades because even smiling feels like effort, it hurts. It stirs up guilt, worry, even fear, and most heartbreaking of all, it often happens slowly, quietly, so quietly we don't realize something's wrong until it's already taken a piece of their independence. But here's the truth most people never hear. So much of this decline, this slow, silent weakening, it's not inevitable. It's not just getting old. Muscle loss is real, yes. But with the right care, the right nutrition, the right love, it can be slowed, even reversed. And that's where the power is. Because this isn't about being scared of what's coming. This is about acting now, out of love, out of awareness. It's about doing what we can, while we still can, to give our loved ones the strength to live fully. You don't have to turn their world upside down. You don't need a long list of supplements or a complicated diet. Start small. 1 egg in the morning, a handful of spinach stirred into soup, a warm bowl of oatmeal, a spoonful of Greek yogurt before bed. Little by little, these choices add up. They restore, they protect. They remind your loved one and you that strength is still possible, that change is still possible, that tomorrow can still be better. And listen, you don't have to do this perfectly. No one expects that from you. Caring for someone, especially an aging parent, grandparent, or partner, it's heavy, it's confusing, it's emotional. There will be days you feel like you're not doing enough. But just being here, watching this, learning, shows that you care in ways most people never will. And sometimes, that care, that's exactly what makes the biggest difference. So breathe. You're not alone. And with every small step, you're giving them the gift of strength, the gift of dignity. And in this stage of life, what could matter more than that? So, let's take a moment to recap everything we've covered today. We've explored 4 incredibly important foods that can help keep your loved one's muscles strong, healthy, and functioning at their best. First, we talked about eggs, rich in protein and amino acids. These little powerhouses are absolutely essential for preserving muscle mass and strength, especially in seniors. Then we moved on to leafy greens, like spinach and kale. These foods are packed with magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that help muscles contract properly and support nerve function. Without them, your loved one might struggle with coordination and even risk falls. Next up, we discussed Greek yogurt. Not only does it provide a generous amount of protein, but it's also rich in calcium and probiotics, which are vital for both bone health and digestion, things many seniors struggle with as they age. And lastly, complex carbs, foods like quinoa, oats, and sweet potatoes. These carbs provide slow-burning energy that helps your loved one avoid that energy crash and fatigue that can sap muscle strength. Without these carbs, muscles can't repair properly, and your loved one could feel weaker and more exhausted. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these foods does your loved one enjoy? Or maybe which ones do they struggle to eat? We all have different experiences, and your story could be the key to helping someone else who's in the same situation. If you've tried incorporating any of these into their meals, has it made a difference? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you've been helping your loved ones live with strength, vitality, and joy. And if you found this video helpful, or if it gave you the information and encouragement you needed to take the next step in your care journey, please consider liking the video. It really helps this channel grow so we can continue sharing more tips and advice. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Words. By subscribing, you'll be joining a community of people who care deeply about elderly care and health awareness. We're here to support each other, share experiences, and learn from one another. Each week we'll have more honest, practical advice that you can use to make a real difference in the lives of the seniors you care about. Remember, you don't have to have all the answers. You don't need to be perfect. But by caring, by being here, and by taking small, meaningful actions, you are making a difference. You are ensuring that your loved one's final years are filled with dignity, joy, and strength. And that's something incredibly powerful. Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for taking the time to invest in the well-being of your loved ones. Stay kind, stay informed, and most of all, stay hopeful. Because even in the face of aging and challenges, there is always room for growth, love, and connection. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and remember, you've got this.